Bubbly. Hello everybody, good day to you. Welcome back. I'm glad you guys are here. I know, I am super glad to be here. This is 2012 Mitsubishi Lancer, non-evolutionary, naturally aspirated, non-turbocharged, 4-cylinder. It has 194,599 miles on the odometer. Customer states that vehicle overheated while driving, and they saw something leaking out of it. I wonder what that could be. So based on that, we're not going to drive it. We're going straight into the shop, and I'm going to see what's going on with the leak, and then we will go from there. So stay tuned, because this is going to be a very good video. Happening the hood. Right about here is good. Parking the auto and powering down. Put the mail back that fell down, and of course we shall pop it in the hood. That one was kind of slow and lethargic. Hey, that's the word of the day, lethargic. Anyway, let's see what's under our bonnet here. There's some liquid on the floor, not from this. That's from yesterday's AC water. There was a car in here dripping AC water, no big deal. Okay, let's see what we got. Now it says we're overheating, so I'm assuming we have a coolant issue. It's still a little warm right now. I'm gonna let this thing kind of hang out for just a minute, let her cool down. We'll be right back. All right, let's open up this cooling system and we'll check for coolant. See what's in here, and looks like we have water. We have water in the cooling system, no coolant discovered. Okay, so it's been leaking somewhere. Let's take a look. We need some light. Let's get some light in here. That one, I want this one. It's rechargeable. So what we need to do, we're gonna look for some drips, for some drops, for some drains. We're gonna look for saturation. We need to find the leak here. So I'm looking around, I don't smell any coolant. I don't see anything wet here, and we haven't seen any drips so far. Now we know it's gone somewhere, because that's water and not coolant. So I think what we're gonna need to do is bust out the pressure tester. What that's gonna do is attach, is that it? Whoa. Yeah, this is gonna attach, I think that's the one. It attaches to the radiator where the cap goes. It's a little hand pump. It's gonna pump some pressure into the system. And if there's a leak, theoretically it should push the coolant out at the leak. And then we can find where the leak is. That's the plan. If this thing's gonna go on. Please become adapted. There we go. Good, 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 good. Sometimes they just don't fit. Can't force them. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and pump this thing up. Let's get some pressure. Yeah, it's leaking. Something's going down. I hear it. Oh, I see it. There it is. The grill's leaking. Yeah, it's leaking from somewhere. What's going on here? I wonder what is going on. Oh, I found it. Hang on, we need light. Okay, disconnect our pressure tester. We will not need this thing anymore. What are you doing? It's not. What is this? It's not coming off. Seriously? Why? Maybe if I push down on it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. It's kind of a tight fit. All right, let's get rid of that thing. Okay, I need to go and source the radiator. Let my guy know what's going on. He thought it was just a fan issue. Quick disclaimer. He thought it was just a fan issue because this fan right here, the low-speed fan on the passenger side, is inoperative. The high-speed fan does work. He's got some fans in the back, but I think I can swap those things in once this fan unit's removed, once I've got to do the radiator. So let me get this thing in the pipeline, and we'll go from there. Okay, I've got a radiator on the way. It should be here at some point today, or at least this afternoon. So I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling this down. From the looks of it, I think I actually might luck out, and I'll be able to unbolt this upper support here and then just pull the cooling package right out instead of removing a bunch of other nonsense and rigmarole. So let me go, and I need to fetch my 10 mil. Yeah, let's get a 10 mil and a little impact to start pulling all these fasteners out and see if this top panel is going to become removed or not. Some of them you can take off, some of them you cannot, and I think this one's going to come apart. All right, let's come on in here with a tray for our tools, or our fasteners rather. Start pulling these 10s out. See how far we get. I might have to pull the grill back a little bit, or remove it entirely. I don't know yet. I will need to remove the hood latch. And yeah, I think the grill has to come out. No worries, you can do that too. See that one, hold the grill on down there. Let's get you out. Oh, aha, it fell through. Awesome. I see you. Good. What else is holding this thing together? Yeah, I think I've just got to kind of pull it back some. Yeah, that's the whole bumper. I'm not pulling the bumper out. We're not doing that. That's a negatory. So we got, it looks like a 13. There's a 13, 3 more 10s. There's a 10, I can get to that one, and yeah, another one right there, no worries. Let's get these 3 down here. Good thing we have wobblies, impactable wobblies. There we go. That one went through the same hole, that's funny. Got it. Let's see. All right, that's mostly disconnected. I need to switch tools and get these 10s here and get those 13s there. Get that 13. It's actually a 12, but the 13 fits on it, so we're just gonna use that. And then they need the 10s for those little headlight bolts down there. Get that one. See you. And then the other over here on the passenger side. I'll get you out. Good. Okay, it's coming out. I've got a couple wiring clips down there to unclip. Let's do this without breaking it. There's that one, and then I'm reaching around the back side of it and pushing the tabs in. By some miracle, it's working. And not this one. Oh, come on. Become untabbed. There. All right, so that unit's free. Need to disconnect some more stuff here. Hang on. I'm not going to get away with this too easily. I'm going to have to pull this wiring harness off, and I need to disconnect the hood release cable. It's not going to come apart that easily, says Mitsubishi. Let's get this connector off right here. Don't break, connector. Please don't break. It's halfway out. There. Oh, never mind. Yep, I can just take this and set it aside. No more disconnecting of connectors. You just stay right there. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we found our radiator. Now I need to, I'm gonna have to discharge the AC, I think. Might have to pull the AC off, or the AC condenser off. Okay, I've wheeled the AC machine over here. I have decided to just go ahead and discharge the system and disconnect the condenser without trying to wiggle that radiator out. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the entire cooling package as one assembly, and then I can break it down on the bench, separate the radiator from the condenser, and I can also separate the cooling fans, and that will give me the space and opportunity to to change out those fan motors. Again, my guys got some fans in the back because we thought that's all that was wrong. There we go, open that up. Let's just go ahead, recover. While that's doing that, we can pull off some of these hoses. We will, let's see, I think I'll disconnect the upper hose here, leave this attached, disconnect this one here, and then we'll pull the electrical connectors off for the fans. By the time we're done with all that, the machine should be done discharging. Then I can unbolt the condenser lines. At that point, we can pull the entire cooling package up and out and move it over for service. So that is the plan thus far. Let's see how this works out. Oh, I can't get my hoses unclamped though. That's not working. Ooh, I know. We'll use tools to help us. Give that a twist. Break that surface adhesion, tension, adherence. It's stuck. That's what there we go. That's what I was saying. It was stuck. Let's pull this guy off. Give it a quick rotate. Oh, look at that. That thing disintegrated into nothing. I need to find that. I need to find that right now. That is not okay. Yep, you guys saw that in action. Look at that. It's just well, it's junk. That's awesome. All right, problem solved. I found a replacement radiator cap shroud housing unit device. Fortunately, there was one locally available. The rest of them were in a very far away land, which would take a couple days to get. It's not okay. Look at that one. Yep, that disintegrated right there. That's turning into mush. Also not okay. There, it dumped out the debris. Let's get this other side off over here. Might as well. See, the twisting of these is designed to prevent a bee from getting stuck. Yeah, but the twisting is designed to prevent like excessive forces on those plastic parts. Yeah, look at that. That one broke. Sometimes it works, and sometimes they turn into powder. And this is one of the latter. No worries. Anyway, the refrigerant recovery machine has completed its recovery, so we can go down there and remove those connections for the lines. It's just two 10mm nuts. That one there. Whoa! That was way down there, but we got her. Oopsie. Let's see. There it is. Got it. Okay, next up, let's lose some of the electrical stuff. I'm going to reach down and pull the fan connectors off, and we will disconnect them. I'll remove the clips with a trim tool because they're far away, and I just got to push the tabs in and pull the little guys out. It's better than prying them and breaking them. Pry that guy out. This one I've got to pry because it's a push clip. Come on out. Get behind it with the trim tool and just walk it out. Bend the tabs back. And we've got another electrical connector here. Okay, set that aside. So the fan assembly is electronically disconnected. Now we need to go back to the AC and pop the lines off. I think there's going to be a slight vacuum on this from the discharge, but it should just pop right on out of there. Or not. Let's see here. Get behind it with a trim tool and just pry it a little bit. There we go. And same thing down here on that bottom side. Just get right behind that little flange. A little bit of sideways action. Wiggle it. It is loose. Set that aside. Oh, that's kicked on. There we go. And I believe, with the exception of the lower radiator hose, we are disconnected. Let's find that lower hose. Where is it? Did I already take it off? Oh no, it's way down there. That's not fun. Here, I'm gonna set you guys way down in here. The lower hose is right in front of us, off to the left, so I've got to reach down, probably in front of you, and get that thing disconnected here. I'm not sure how much of what I'm doing you can see, or how much you'll be able to see, but maybe I can subsidize this with some narration. So I've got the I got the clamp. Gonna wiggle that guy up and out. Clamp is pushed back, and I'm going back in. See if I can't wiggle this hose out. It's gonna dump some water everywhere. I've got a drain bucket near. Here it comes. Yep, let it flow. All right, let's let it ride. Fortunately, it's just water. That wasn't too much spillage. That's cool. All right, let's get out of this hole and get this cooling package removed here. Let's see. I think we're just gonna come straight up and out. Yipper. Come on with it. Making sure to protect the condenser. I don't want to break AC components while I'm doing this. There she is. Got her. All right, we're headed over to the bench. I'll set this thing down, and then we'll disassemble this, this assembly, and we can get the new radiator assembled to the components. We'll set you down right here. Cardboard is good for preventing damages. Now, it appears that there's nothing bolting these fans in, so I just need to pull the tabs, slide this thing forward. Okay, so we've got one tab right here, and then one right over here. There's usually only one tab per side on these, but this design has two. That's weird. There we go. That slid out. Now let's go over to the other side and untap that one next. There's one right there. Push that guy down. The goal here is to untab these without re-tabbing the other side. So close. There. Okay, fan assembly is free. She is removed. Set that down for later and give this thing a flip. And again, we need to untab the condenser. Odd that there's no fasteners in this. I guess plastic is sufficient for the application. Kind of pry that up some on that side. There we go. Same over here on the other side. Untab it, push it, pry it, pop it. Okay, that should be free. I think it's free. It better be free. Oh, hang on. We're stuck on a tab over here in the front. It must have reconnected. No worries. Pry that guy forward a little bit more. Got it. Snap, crackle, pop, condenser. Now I believe I'm gonna need to recover this rubber mount, and probably this little 90-degree guy right here. Now let's go ahead and pull these 10 mils out, all the way out. It appears they just screw into the plastic. See that? It's not really a bolt. Fancy technologies and whatnot. It's an O-ring. It's sealed up with an O-ring. Okay. Stick that guy back on. I'm not going to reuse it, but I can use it to match up if I need to. And this also gives us a closer look at the damage. There is the crack right here. So the tank has split at the plastic. Just a little bit more light. There. The tank has split at the plastic, and when it pressurizes, it's opening up and then spraying out. So that's our leaker. Confirmed kill. Good to go. All right, all unit Goodbye. New unit. Hello. Oh good, the new one has that little elbow thing, so I don't have to worry about stripping things and replacing that elbow or having it break later on. Let's get rid of this. Very good. Let's give it a flip, and I'll get that condenser set back into place, and then we can transfer the hose back over. Shop vac, you say?
We're looking for a shop vac.
We don't have any of those.
Oh. Yeah, thank you.
I hid it from you.
Use the big one. The small one doesn't have a filter.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you'll enjoy using the small one because it'll blow dust everywhere. And that would be horrible. Oh, come on, condenser. Oh, there we go. Condenser's on. Perfect. And we'll put our little grommets back in. Those are the mounts that sit into the lower support on the frame. Chassis. I think.
Little gremlins are around?
Oh, never.
I think we're good to go here. Okay. Wait, no we're not. These don't go here. This is the top. I have foobarred this. This is the back side at the top, which means that these ones are the bottom, because that's where the lower hose goes. There. That's more better. Okay. Let's get this thing aside, and we'll get the fans back up here, because I'm going to swap out those fan motors while it's apart. I think I'm going to swap the fan motors while it's apart. I guess we're going to find out. Flip that over. Okay, I have retrieved the customer's fan motors. They appear to be fairly identical-ish, with the exception of this one has some holes in the front face of it. So what we've decided to do is we're not going to replace the known good fan, which is the driver's side fan. That's the one. Since we're only going to do the passenger side fan, all I need to do is pull this thing apart and we'll just match it up. It's going to be the one with the holes or the one without the holes. Whichever one it is, that's the one that we will install. So let's get our blade off of here. Looks like it's the one without the holes. Got 3 more bolts. Fan shroud up. Removed. There's our new fuse unit. I'm gonna go, actually let me put some power to this to make sure it runs before I put it back together, because that would annoy me. Here, let's plop some power supply down. Plug some jumper leads into those little pins down there. I don't think both of these are gonna fit. Not in that configuration. That's a negative. Well, one of them fits. We'll go with that. And I'll use a different lead for the other. So here, we'll hook this one up to our negatory, like so. All right, I figured it out. I can't find my my little probes. I think I broke them all or melted them all. So I've created a probe with a paper clip. Jump box powering on. Let's power on the fan motor to see if it's gonna run. Yes. Yes, it is. There she goes. Okay, verified. The fan runs. This is good. Let's get all this stuff out of here. Oh, it didn't fall. I caught it. Kinda. The table caught it. I cannot take credit for it was not I. Let's pull our old bolts out of this. Bing. There we go. Up and in. The connectors pointed the correct direction. Let's get these things started. Start them by hand. Most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. one more for good measure. Okay, we can put our fan blade back in. It's got a little notch in it right here. See that little notch? That's what prevents the fan blade from spinning on the shaft, is it cannot spin. Now, some of these are left-handed threads. These ones are not. Clicks. Fan motor replaced. Now, let's get this guy back on the radiator. After I remove this broken cooling thingy, whatever you want to call it right there. I don't even know what it's called. I found a replacement based on the picture. Pull that guy off for later. Come out. Whoa, there it goes. Put that back so it does not get lost. Get rid of this thing, that's junk. Fans aside. Radiator coming in right here. And we'll get the fan installed on the unit. I believe this is the proper orientation. Slip this guy in. We'll get everybody nice and lined up. There we go. Click that guy in. Just slides in past the tabs. And I believe at this point we are nearly ready to reassemble this. Let's get this hose detached from this little elbow. We'll get that thing on next, and then we'll go back to the vehicle. So this is kind of a form-fit hose. It's fairly straight, but I'm going to take note of this reference line that lines up with that notch right there. That way I don't have this thing clocked at the wrong direction when I go to install it on the new unit. So we'll slide this guy back and get that apart. Good. We'll line that notch up with that reference line. Then we can get the clamp back in position. Now, see the witness marks where the clamp used to be? I really prefer to put the clamps back exactly where they go. That way you can't tell someone's been there. Plus, that can also prevent leaks because this rubber is fatigued based on the clamping pressure of this clamp. And if we were to rotate this and clock it in a different direction, it can actually change how much pressure is being put on the rubber. All right, cooling package. This thing is set up, ready to go back in. We're still waiting on the piece to show up, but let's go ahead and bring this thing over and set it down. We'll get the lower hose installed, and we can reconnect the AC lines and get those guys installed. We'll recharge the system. All that stuff can be done while we're waiting for that part to show up. All right, cooling package coming in. Let's get some hoses out of the way. These are gonna hang us up. Let's stuff that down in there. Now the mounts are already on the radiator. So all we need to do is lower this thing down into its home here. Slip those little mounts into the holes that are in the frame. And she's in position. Oh, bright lights. I think it's in. Let me see. Nope. Sitting on top of the lower hose. Hang on. Move that aside. There, now it's in. Very good. Love it. Okay, I need to get that lower hose on real fast. Should be fairly easy. Plug it in, wiggle it on, clamp it down. Wiggles are complete. Go in there with that clamp. I know you guys can't see, it's dark down in this cavernous dungeon. I cannot see. One more time here. Okay, I've got a hold of the clamp. Wiggling that thing back into its home. I'm doing my best to line up the marks. It's gonna require some clever contorting action. I think. It's not working. Flip that around, come on. Get on there. It's like, it's so close. There we go. Clamps in position, lower hose is installed. Let's go ahead and flip around. We can plug in our AC lines. And you can see right here, I've got some new O-rings on them. They're green, so you know that they're good. We'll get this bottom line on first. Plug that guy in. And we need to slip this little guy over the stud. Get on there. Just like so. Beautiful. Let's get one of the nuts. There we go. Reaching down, thread that guy on. Where's me ratchet? Nothing crazy on the torque. It's like 20 inch-pounds or something. Okay, that one's on. Let's get our suction line on, that's the big one. Plug that guy right in, like so. Yeah? Oh. Really?
Yeah.
That's odd. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Actually, not really. Call them and see how you can get that imported into the invoice. See if that's also possible. I'd like it in both places. We're doing legal stuff. Why does the camera screen keep doing this weird thing? Man, I need to repower this. It's not working. Anyway, so we cooling package is in. That's installed. Back to the AC machine. Let's go ahead and vacuum this thing down. We'll set it up for like a 15-minute vacuum. Industry standard's 10 minutes, but we're 50% better, so that's how we're gonna do it. Vacuum time, I'll go ahead and leak test it too, just in case one of those new O-rings decides to leak. All that's gonna do is cold vacuum for 10 extra minutes, and if the machine sees that it comes off of 29.9 inches mercury of vacuum, then it will hypothesize that there's a leak because vacuum was depleted, and it will fail the test, and it'll beep at us, and alarms will go off. And on the newer machines, it actually might not install a charge if it fails a leak down test. This is an older machine, so it would still let me charge it, but we're not going to if it leaks. Ramble over. So, now, back to our task at hand. What I need to do is we'll get our core support back in, get everything plugged in, and that was not supposed to fall down there like that. Hang on. All right, I've recovered the bracket that I dropped, and I have found that it is here to secure these impact sensors. And I also have found that I did not need to take the bolts or nuts out of those. That goes right there. Those were the 13 mil nuts that said, where'd they go? These ones, the ones I did not have to remove. I did not know that I did not have to remove them, but now I do know. And my light just died. Oh no! Here, let's put that thing on. And we'll change the light battery too. Where? Quick mag change. There we go. Powering on. All right. Okay, let's get the upper core support in position here. Wires out of the way. Just set this guy down, paying attention to not pinch the wires and to put them back in their brackets. Slide that under the front bumper area. Get that out of the way. I think we're almost there. Maneuvers successful. Where's this one go? That one plugs in here, snaps on here. So close. It's all got to line up to perfection. Okay, that's good. That's in position. The upper brackets are bracketing. This unit is in front of this other little bracket here, so that's in position. Let's not skip over the opportunity to put our connectors, our little wire clips back in. That way it looks good and it's all secure. It's the details that really matter at the end of a job. I mean, yeah, sometimes we all forget stuff, but you want to make sure this stuff's plugged back in. It's a bad look when someone looks behind your work and you miss something like that. You don't like to look bad. Reputation is everything. Snap that fan back in. So both fan motors are plugged in. We're waiting for our little cooling connector thing where the radiator cap goes. So now all we really need to do is get our bolts back in and secure everybody. And it'll be a waiting game from that point. Okay, to save us all some time, I spared us the insertion process of all the fasteners. I'm gonna run down, tighten them all down. I've also already tightened those 13s that were for the brackets that I did not need to remove. That one came out. Get back in there. Get in there. Anyway, those 13s, or 12s actually, those are already tight. So we just need to run the rest of these fasteners down, put some torque on them, tighten the headlights down with those little sideways bolts, and then my machine should be done in 3 minutes and 49 seconds. We'll install the refrigerant charge. Then we're back to waiting game time because I still need that piece. It has not arrived. Should be here this afternoon. And then we can refill this thing, re-pressure test it, make sure it does not have any other leaks. Then we'll go from there. So let's see, two more. Watch it. Too much fun with my day. That's good. That one's in, and then way back there, there's the other one. Headlight clicks. Looking good. That is one radiator, or one successful radiator replacement. Kind of. Yeah, that goes there. Okay, let's clear the goodies out of here. Still waiting for the machine. Let's get all that stuff off. Back to the pile. Whoa! So unorganized. Bring back my towel. I need that. Okay, waiting. I wish I didn't break this piece because we'd be done right now. Okay, we've passed the leak down test. It's holding vacuum. Let's go ahead. We'll charge the system. It's a not PoE compressor. That means it's not an electronic compressor for hybrids. Do not save service records. Checking database. 1 pounds refrigerant. And purging air. It's going to go ahead and charge this. And we're still waiting for the piece. Yay! Several hours later, I have the piece that I needed to have. So, got it. Now, all I need to do is get this guy back in position here. Get over there. All right. How about that way? Straight. Get this guy back in position. I'll pull that nut out, bolt, pull that 13 mil bolt out, slip that down in the slot, get the bolt back on, and then I can connect the hoses that need connected. Where's my 13 at? Analog wrenches. There's not much space down there, so I'll just tighten this the old-fashioned way with a wrench. And I'm gonna run out of patience real fast for that. Okay, we're in that home stretch area. Let's get this thing bolted in. The turns there. There we go. Then, oh, it stole my socket. Give me that back. My socket. Let's get our upper hose installed, clamped on. Slide that clamp into position here. Overflow hose goes there. This is the one that we broke off. Slide that on. Clamped. And again, I'm referencing my clamps in their original positions. Last one. Now we can refill the coolant. Come here. Right there. Beautimous. That's what we're looking for. coolant coming in. Trying not to spill any because I didn't install the funnel. Kind of in a hurry. This car's been here all day. Waiting on this thing right here. Finish refilling this and then we shall starting the engine. Okay, we got 1.5 gallons of coolant, almost 2 gallons installed. Let us restart the engine and then top this coolant off. It is alive. There we go. Let's turn the AC on, make sure that thing functions again. We'll let it come up to temp a little bit. Then we can recheck. Okay, AC's on. We'll let it come up to temp, and while it's doing that, I'll throw the pressure tester on it one more time, just to make sure we don't have any additional leaks. Uh-oh, coolant's expanding. We're leaking. Put that back on there. There we go. Plug that guy back in, and we shall pressurize the system. Now, if you recall, last time we pressurized this, it dumped pressure very, very, very quickly. Once pressure came up. And a little bit more, a couple more pumps. And we are now holding pressure. See that right there? So let's take a peek underneath. Just make sure we've got nothing leaking out. Let's get our drip dry unit thing out of here. Nothing leaking back over there. Let's see. I think we're in really good shape here. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this this unit detached. Dumping pressure now. Bubbly. Ah! I didn't want to do that. Well, now I definitely got a leak. It's leaking everywhere. Error. Minor error. Put that right there. Let's get this thing out of here. We don't need this anymore. I did not expect that to do that. Okay, well, other than my mess over here, coolant's now filled. Let's go ahead and plug this guy back off. We'll get our AC machine detached. Get on there, Cap. Yeah, cursed. I can't do it. I can't leave it wrong. It's got to point the right direction so you can read the words. Anyway, okay. AC's running, pressures are good. It was cold inside. Let's get the valves unvalved and detached. And then we'll back this thing outside and hose off the coolant geyser eruption that I just caused. There we go. Plug you in. Fans are coming on. That's good. Good, good, good. Let's check our low speed side. Yep, got low. Low speed fan is fanning. That's our old radiator cap. That's mine now. Keeping you. Shut this down. Light bar powering down. Let's get this thing out of here. Goodbye, light bar. There we go. Set that down right there. Recover the machine. That's good. And outside we go. All right, let's back this thing out. Coolant's full, the reservoir is full, the AC is now full. Honking for safety, backing out the auto Ace Ventura style. We're gonna go around the corner of death and hose off all that coolant that I just spilled. I went through all that effort to keep it clean, and then hit the last minute, fumbled. I guess I wasn't patient enough when I released all the pressure from the pressure tester. Oopsie. That was an error on my judgment. I told you I was in a hurry. Anyway, at this point, this thing is good to go. I'm gonna bring it outside, wash it off, get rid of my coolant, and send her on her way. So that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out right now, and I will do such things, as always, by thanking each and every one of you for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed my video. If you did enjoy this video, please feel free to let me know about that by tapping that like button down below. Drop me a comment or two while you're down there, and most importantly, do not forget to have yourselves a great day. See you guys later. End of Mitsubishi transmission. You knew it was coming. Nice and shiny. All the way shiny. Windshield shiny. Open air intake shiny. Oh my God. Battery shiny. Engine shiny. Radiator shiny. Everybody's perfect. See you guys later. End of transmission again. That's great.